spaces. Good day, everyone, and blessings to you and your loved ones. I hope wherever you are in the world right now, you're safe, you're calm, spaces. And you're ready to take in something that may truly change your nights and your days. Because when you sleep better, you heal better. When you sleep better, spaces. Your mind becomes clearer. When you sleep better, your hormones shift in the right direction. And when you sleep better, spaces, you simply become the best version of yourself, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Today, I want to share something simple. Something so small, so ordinary, spaces, that you might overlook it. But this one tablespoon before bed has helped thousands of people fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, spaces, and wake up feeling renewed instead of exhausted. And it's something you probably already have in your kitchen. Something natural. Something that works with your body, spaces, not against it. Before we get to that tablespoon, I want you to understand why your body struggles to fall asleep in the first place. Spaces, because when you understand the why, the how becomes powerful. So take a deep breath with me. Relax your shoulders. And let's talk about your body, spaces, your nervous system, and the healing state that sleep creates. Your brain is always scanning, always listening, always analyzing. Even when you think you're relaxed, spaces. Your nervous system may be stuck in a stress mode, what we call the sympathetic state. That's the fight or flight mode, spaces. The mode that pumps adrenaline through your system. The mode that keeps your heart rate just a little too high. The mode that says, don't sleep yet, spaces. Something might go wrong. Now ask yourself, how many nights have you laid in bed exhausted, yet your mind keeps racing, spaces. Thoughts jumping from one place to another, worries about tomorrow, regrets about yesterday, or simply nothing at all. Just a brain that won't shut off, spaces. That is your body begging you for balance. And here's the beautiful part, your body knows how to sleep. It was designed for sleep. Babies sleep deeply. Paces, animals sleep deeply. Nature sleeps deeply. So if you struggle, it means something is interfering. And we can reverse that, spaces. The tablespoon I'll be talking about later is a natural combination of nutrients that restore the nervous system, calm inflammation, balance blood sugar, spaces. Relax the muscles and help the brain release melatonin naturally. But before we get there, spaces. I want you to understand what happens inside your system the last few hours before bed, because this is where most people sabotage their night without even realizing it. Spaces. Your body prepares for sleep long before your head hits the pillow. About 2 hours before bedtime, melatonin begins to rise. Cortisol should naturally fall. Spaces. Your core temperature starts to lower. Digestion slows. Your muscles begin releasing tension. This is your body's delicate preparation. But what do most people do? Spaces. They stimulate their brain with screens. They eat late. They work. They argue. They worry. They stay alert. And the body gets confused. Spaces. But the beautiful thing is that your body can shift back into balance, sometimes with one small habit. 1 tablespoon before bed. Spaces. Now let's talk about the root causes of poor sleep. Because if you want permanent change, you must understand the deeper layers. Stress hormones. This is the big one, spaces. Cortisol is not your enemy, but when it's elevated at night, your system refuses to sleep, spaces. It's like trying to turn off a car engine while your foot is still on the gas pedal, spaces. A single tablespoon of the right natural compound can help bring those stress hormones back into balance so that your brain stops firing constantly. Blood sugar, spaces. Most people don't realize that unstable blood sugar can wake you up 2, 3, even 4 times throughout the night. When blood sugar crashes, adrenaline rises, spaces. And adrenaline wakes you up. That tablespoon before bed can stabilize your glucose so your night stays calm and steady. Inflammation, spaces. If your joints ache when you're trying to fall asleep, if your muscles feel tight, if your neck or back throbs when you lie down, paces. Inflammation may be stealing your sleep. And again, nature provides simple ingredients that soothe inflammation so your body can rest. Poor digestion, spaces. Eating late at night, eating heavy foods, eating the wrong combinations. These things force your digestive system to keep working long after you're trying to sleep, spaces. And your body cannot deeply rest when digestion is still running. This tablespoon helps digestion flow smoothly and naturally. Magnesium deficiency, spaces. Most people don't get enough magnesium. And magnesium is the mineral of relaxation. It relaxes your muscles. It calms your nervous system. It helps produce melatonin, spaces. And it helps regulate cortisol. The right nighttime mixture provides magnesium in a form your body absorbs easily. Now, let's talk about that tablespoon, spaces. That tablespoon is a powerful combination of raw honey and magnesium-rich natural ingredients. Raw honey before bed can stabilize blood sugar, calm the brain. Spaces. release tryptophan and support melatonin production. It signals to the liver that it has enough stored fuel to keep the brain calm throughout the night. Spaces, no adrenaline spikes, no sudden awakenings, just steady, peaceful sleep. When you combine honey with a magnesium-rich source like warm water with magnesium powder, spaces, or even simple foods such as banana, date, or tart cherry concentrate, you create a natural sleep-promoting cocktail that tells the brain it's safe. Spaces, you can rest 1 tablespoon of raw honey. That's it. 1 tablespoon before bed. Some people take it alone. Some mix it in warm water. Spaces. Some combine it with a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar for digestive benefits. Some pair it with tart cherry juice, which supports natural melatonin. Spaces. Choose what works for you, but keep the raw honey as the base. Let's go deeper into why this is so powerful. Honey provides glucose. Not too much. Spaces, but just enough to fuel the brain during long fasting periods of sleep. The brain is the only organ that absolutely requires glucose at all times. Spaces. When glucose dips too low, the body sounds an alarm, and that alarm wakes you up. This is why people often wake around 2 or 3 a.m. Spaces. It's a blood sugar crash triggering adrenaline. But when you take 1 tablespoon of honey before bed, the liver has enough stored glycogen to keep the brain steady. Paces. Honey also triggers melatonin indirectly. When the brain receives glucose, it releases tryptophan, which becomes serotonin, which becomes melatonin. Spaces. This is the biochemical cascade that puts you to sleep. Let's talk about the magnesium connection. Magnesium relaxes muscles, blood vessels, the digestive system, spaces in the heart. It lowers cortisol. It supports the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system. Spaces. When you take something magnesium rich with the honey, your nervous system naturally begins to slow down. Paces. Now let me guide you through what happens when you take that tablespoon. About 10 minutes after you take it, your blood sugar stabilizes. Your liver feels supported. Space, your brain senses safety. About 20 minutes in, your digestive system calms, muscle tension begins to ease, your heart rate drops. By 30 minutes, spaces, melatonin begins to release. And that's when your eyelids feel heavier. Thoughts slow down. The body feels grounded. Your mind becomes peaceful. Paces. But for this to work beautifully, you must also create the right environment. Not perfect, not strict, just supportive. Dim the lights 1 hour before bed. Spaces. Your eyes are extremely sensitive to light. Blue light, white light, and bright overhead lights suppress melatonin. Warm, low. Paces. Soft lighting tells your brain that night has arrived. Stretch your body gently. We hold tension in the neck, shoulders, back, and hips. Spaces. That tension signals the brain to stay alert. When you loosen those areas, your brain feels safe enough to drift into rest mode. Avoid screen stimulation. Spaces. Scrolling through information keeps your mind in alert mode. Instead, choose something calming, soft music, slow breathing, or silence. Let go of the day. Spaces. I want you to create a simple ritual. When you sit on the edge of your bed, take 1 deep breath and say gently, spaces. The day is over. That alone signals closure in your nervous system. Hydrate gently. Paces, a small sip of warm water. Nothing cold can relax the vagus nerve and signal parasympathetic activation. Now, spaces. I want to help you truly understand what transformative sleep can feel like. Imagine going to bed calm instead of anxious. Spaces. Imagine lying down and feeling your whole body soften. Imagine your mind feeling quiet, slow, peaceful. Imagine falling asleep not by force, but by nature. Easily. Paces, gently, naturally. Imagine waking up before your alarm refreshed. No heaviness, no brain fog, no tightness, no exhaustion, just clarity, energy. A feeling of lightness. Paces. That 1 tablespoon can be the beginning of that transformation. Let's talk about people who barely sleep. People who toss and turn. Spaces. People who wake up in panicked waves. People who fall asleep but can't stay asleep. If that's you, you're not alone. Paces. Lack of sleep slowly destroys your internal balance. It affects your hormones, weight, mood, memory, digestion, immunity, blood pressure, and even longevity. Spaces. But once you restore sleep, you restore life. Now let's return to the root again. Sleep is not just a physical process. It's an emotional and spiritual reset. Spaces. You heal when you sleep. Your brain repairs, your organs detox, your muscles rebuild, your heart rate stabilizes, your hormones regulate, your metabolism balances. Spaces. Your immune system strengthens. So when you improve sleep, you improve everything. Let's talk about another reason sleep becomes difficult: overstimulation. Spaces. Modern life overwhelms the brain with information. News, messages, notifications, noise, conflict, pressure. Spaces. Your nervous system isn't designed to handle constant stimulation. That's why simple remedies like that tablespoon of honey feel so soothing. Spaces. They bring you back to nature, back to simplicity, back to balance. Now, I want you to listen closely to this next part. Your body is intelligent. Extremely intelligent. Spaces. It knows how to heal itself. It knows how to restore sleep. It knows how to repair. You just need to support it. Not overwhelm it. Not fight it. Spaces. Just support it with small steps. And tonight, I want your first small step to be that tablespoon. Let's talk more deeply about the calming effect of honey. Paces. Honey contains natural enzymes, amino acids, antioxidants, and minerals that nourish the brain. It calms the limbic system, the emotional center of the brain. Spaces. It lowers oxidative stress, which is a major cause of sleep disturbances. It feeds the beneficial bacteria in your gut. Paces, which then produce neurotransmitters that enhance sleep. The gut and brain communicate constantly. A healthy gut means a calmer mind. Spaces. And raw honey is one of the gentlest ways to support your gut before sleep. Let's go deeper into the emotional aspect of nighttime. Spaces. Many people feel anxiety at night because the mind is finally quiet enough to reveal unprocessed thoughts. Nighttime silence can feel overwhelming. Spaces. But when your body feels physically calm, those thoughts soften too. That tablespoon helps your brain shift from reactive to peaceful. It helps you let go. Spaces. It helps you drift. Let's talk about breathing. Slow, gentle breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system. I want you to try a simple pattern tonight. Spaces. Inhale for 4 seconds, exhale for 6 seconds. Longer exhales calm the vagus nerve. And if you take that tablespoon before practicing this breathing, paces, your body will relax even faster. Now let's talk about temperature. A slightly cool room helps your body enter deep sleep. Spaces. Your core temperature must drop for melatonin to rise. So keep your room cool, your blankets comfortable, and your environment quiet. Let's talk about gratitude. Spaces. A grateful mind sleeps easier than a worried mind. Before bed, think of 3 things you appreciate from your day. They don't need to be big. Something simple. Paces, gratitude softens the nervous system. Now, as we continue through this long session together, I want you to understand that sleep is a journey. A beautiful one. Spaces. And every night gives you another chance to improve it. Let's now look at how your hormones respond to better sleep. Growth hormone rises. Cortisol normalizes. Spaces. Leptin and ghrelin. Your hunger hormones rebalance. Insulin sensitivity improves. Your metabolism becomes more efficient. Your blood pressure stabilizes. Spaces. 1 tablespoon of honey can trigger all of this by simply helping you sleep deeper. Let's talk about melatonin. Spaces. Melatonin isn't just a sleep hormone. It's one of the body's most powerful antioxidants. It repairs DNA. It protects the brain. It slows aging. Spaces. It reduces inflammation. So when you sleep well, you slow aging from the inside out. That's why people who restore their sleep often look younger, feel younger. Spaces. Move younger. Now let's talk about people who take sleeping pills. If you rely on medication, your brain may not enter deep restorative sleep. Spaces. Chemical sleep is not the same as natural sleep. And many medications lower melatonin, disrupt REM cycles, or cause dependence. Spaces. But natural methods like that tablespoon support deep, authentic sleep. Let's talk about fasting. Intermittent fasting is powerful. Paces. But many people struggle with sleep because their glucose drops too low. Spaces. That 1 tablespoon can maintain stable fuel levels without breaking the metabolic benefits of fasting. Let's talk about anxiety. Spaces. Anxiety is one of the biggest barriers to falling asleep. Honey increases serotonin indirectly, and serotonin calms anxiety naturally. Let's talk about the heart. Spaces. When your body relaxes, your heart rate lowers. Your blood vessels expand. Your blood pressure stabilizes. Spaces. Many people notice their nighttime heart palpitations disappear when they use this remedy. Let's talk about children. Spaces. Honey should not be given to children under 1 year old, but older children can also benefit from its calming properties. Let's talk about the liver. Spaces. During the night, your liver works harder than any other time. It detoxifies, it repairs, it regenerates. Honey supports liver function by giving it steady glucose fuel. Spaces. Let's talk about muscle recovery. Athletes who sleep deeply recover faster. Honey provides glycogen for muscle repair. Let's talk about your mind. Paces. A rested mind learns faster, remembers better, and thinks more clearly. Let's talk about dreams. Good sleep enhances dreaming. Dreams regulate emotions. Spaces. They help you process unresolved feelings. Let's talk about your mood. Sleep deprivation makes people irritated, reactive, and emotionally sensitive. Spaces. Restorative sleep brings patience, calmness, and clarity. Let's talk about longevity. Studies show that people who consistently sleep 7-9 hours live longer. Spaces. And have fewer chronic diseases and maintain sharper cognitive function. Let's talk about energy. When you sleep well, you don't need caffeine to wake up. Paces. Your body naturally feels charged. Let's talk about nighttime awakenings. Honey smooths blood sugar dips that cause sudden wake-ups. Let's talk about gut healing. Spaces. Honey has prebiotic properties that feed healthy gut bacteria. A healthy microbiome leads to better serotonin and melatonin production. Paces. Let's talk about immune function. Honey contains antibacterial and antiviral compounds. Better sleep boosts immune cells. A perfect synergy. Spaces. Let's talk about rituals. Rituals train your brain. When you take that tablespoon nightly, your brain associates it with sleep. That becomes a powerful trigger. Spaces. Let's now go deeper emotionally. Many people struggle to sleep because they carry unresolved tension or emotional weight. Your nights reflect your days. Spaces. If your days are full of stress, noise, pressure, your nights will mirror that. So one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is to create small, spaces calming nighttime habits. Take a warm shower or warm foot soak. Sip warm tea. Listen to soft music. Speak gently. Move slowly. And when you take that tablespoon, spaces, do it intentionally. Make it part of your piece. Now, I want to guide you through something. Imagine yourself tonight. You're walking into your bedroom. Spaces. The lights are soft. The environment is clean. You're calm. And you take that tablespoon. You breathe deeply. Your body softens. Paces. You feel warmth moving through your chest, your shoulders, your back. Your mind slows. You lie down. The pillow holds your head gently. Your muscles loosen. Spaces. Your eyelids grow heavier. Your breath becomes slow and you drift. Naturally, easily, peacefully. That's what I want for you. Spaces. Let's talk about how long it takes to notice results. Some people feel a difference the very first night. Others take a few days. But consistent use is the key. Spaces. Your nervous system learns. Your body adapts. Let's talk about people with overthinking minds. If your mind races, spaces. Honey plus magnesium is one of the best combinations you can use. Magnesium quiets the mind. Honey stabilizes it. The combination is powerful. Spaces. Let's talk about inflammation again. Chronic inflammation affects every aspect of sleep. Joint pain, muscle soreness, discomfort, restlessness. Spaces. Honey contains anti-inflammatory flavonoids that soothe the system. Let's talk about restless legs. Many times this is magnesium deficiency. Spaces. That's why pairing honey with magnesium works incredibly well. Let's talk about tension headaches, poor sleep, and stress cause vascular tightening. Spaces. Magnesium relaxes these vessels. People notice fewer headaches when they sleep better. Let's talk about your heart rate. A calm heart means deeper sleep. Paces. Honey and magnesium lower nighttime heart rate variability in a positive way. Let's talk about cortisol. Chronic high cortisol destroys sleep. Paces. Honey prevents glucose dips that trigger cortisol spikes. Let's talk about grounding. Before bed, place your feet on the floor. Feel the earth. Paces. That alone reduces stress. Let's talk about the breath again. Slow breathing activates the vagus nerve. This is your pathway to calmness. Spaces. Let's talk about your pillow. A supportive pillow helps keep your airway open. Let's talk about hydration. Don't drink too much water before bed. Spaces. But don't go to sleep dehydrated either. A small sip is perfect. Let's talk about noise. Use white noise or soft sound if your environment is noisy. Spaces. Let's talk about your thoughts. When a thought appears, simply say, "Not now." You can think tomorrow. Tonight is for rest. Let's talk about acceptance. Spaces. If you release the fear of not sleeping, you will sleep easier. Fear keeps the brain awake. Calmness invites sleep. Let's talk about the nervous system again. Spaces. The nervous system responds to patterns. If you create a nighttime pattern, your brain will follow it. That tablespoon becomes a pattern. Spaces. Let's talk about gratitude again. Gratitude lowers heart rate. Gratitude increases serotonin. Gratitude reduces stress. Let's talk about sunlight. Paces. Morning sunlight regulates your circadian rhythm. Try to get 10 minutes of sunlight within the first hour of waking. Let's talk about exercise. Spaces. Move your body during the day. Movement regulates sleep hormones. Let's talk about overeating. Heavy meals disrupt sleep. Keep your last meal simple and light. Spaces. Let's talk about caffeine. Cut caffeine at least 6 hours before bed. Let's talk about alcohol. Alcohol sedates you, but it destroys deep sleep. Spaces. Let's talk about routines. Routines create safety. Safety creates sleep. Let's talk about the heart again. Emotional stress increases nighttime heart rate. Spaces. Calm habits lower it. Let's talk about tension. Scan your body before sleep. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Relax your belly. Relax your hands. Spaces. Let's talk about the breath again. Longer exhales always calm the body. Let's talk about forgiveness. Letting go of emotional weight frees your mind. Paces. Let's talk about acceptance. Accept the day as it was. Not perfect. Not terrible. Just as it was. Let's talk about intention. Say this before bed. Spaces. Tonight I rest. Let's now return to your 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of raw honey, taken 30 minutes before bed. If you want to enhance it, pair it with spaces, warm water, magnesium powder. Tart cherry concentrate, a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, a pinch of sea salt for electrolyte balance. Spaces. This is your natural sleep formula. 1 tablespoon may seem small, but the effects can be enormous. Your body is ready to heal. Your mind is ready to rest. Paces. Your nervous system is ready for balance. All you need is consistency and tension and a little support. Tonight, give your body that support. 1 tablespoon. Spaces. Peaceful thoughts, gentle breathing, calm environment, and watch your nights transform.